Every time I express an opinion, I make the news. I don't know if people have noticed that. It just seems to keep happening to me. Weird. So I gave an opinion recently about Na'Vi, as I'm prone to do, because I think Na'Vi are the team that right now is the biggest waste in terms of potential I've seen in a long time in Counterstrike. They've just finished 9th to 12th in the ESL Pro League. They finished 5th to 6th at IEM Katowice. They are number 1 in the world for now, simply by the good graces of the way that the algorithmic system works, combined with other teams falling off. And yet they have the best player in the world, maybe the most talented player to ever touch Counter-Strike Global Offensive in general. And they are tactically inept. And it shows. And their coach has been a coach for a year. And it's been allowed. So, you know, I, thinking of myself as a sports pundit, who, by the way, just recently, you know, people have been calling me like some Nostradamus type fucking figure, right? Not because I'm dead. Or like to wear pantaloons, right? But because I've been prescient with a lot of my predictions. Now, the secret to Nostradamus' predictions, of course, well, he just made loads, didn't he? He just made loads of predictions. He made thousands of predictions, put them in a book of predictions, and then people go back retroactive. Oh, my God, look, he was right. He was only 2 years out. So, obviously, you can do this exercise yourself if you want. Write down 2,000 predictions of things you think will happen in the next 1,000 years. Give it to someone. Die. Have them open it up and then go through, or, you know, their children at this point or whatever, and, you know, tally up how many you got right. I think you're probably going to get a significant number, right? Just saying. It's the nature of the beast, right? So, anyway, I'm not like Nostradamus in that sense. I make a handful of predictions every month. And probably have like a 95%, like, this is bad, this is, you know, yeah, that one. Oh, wow, it's so insightful. Oh, wow, it did happen. Oh, wow, they did drop that player. Oh, wow. And then you'll have like one mad one where it just doesn't work, you know. But anyway, Na'Vi, anyone who saw them, right, keep in mind, Na'Vi nearly didn't get out of the group at Pro League, right? You all know that. Na'Vi were diabolically bad. They even struggled a little bit against Team 1 at some places. And it's not just about T-sides. Everyone's talking about the T-sides, and then everyone goes, because, you know, the game will restart in 1 second, tweet it out. They had the best T-sides at IEM Katowice. What does it tell you if you have the best team sides of every team and still lose? I mean, you see T-side shit as well, doesn't it? I mean, that's like, there's only 2 sides. So that statistic's not as smart as you think it is it? He was just saying T-side's not the problem. That was all he was saying. You morons going, well, they don't even have a problem. No, now their CT side and T side is bad. So that also should tell you, by the way, they've gone backwards since Katowice. That was like a month ago. So I did a video for Dessert All. It's another part of my job that I do when I'm not securing my future execution at the hands of triads, and said, like, listen, enough's enough. Blade's got to go now. Like, he's had over a year. He became coach in 2019, guys. Like, how much more opportunity are you going to give this dude? And I watch Na'Vi all the time. I'll always watch a Na'Vi game. I like Na'Vi. I like Simple. You know, I've been nothing but high praise for Electronic. Don't be an IGL. High praise for Perfecto, you know, Flamey not so much, right? Been very complimentary about Boomich, but he is not a leader of men and he's not a tactical mastermind, so not really sure what he's doing there. And you watch them play and it's trash. Like, tactically it's trash. And all of the memes that people said about Carrigan when he was at FaZe, where he would say, Nico, go kill, and everyone said he wasn't a tactical IGL. Yeah. The difference with Na'Vi is they are really doing that. If Simple don't go kill, they don't win rounds. And it's so abundantly clear now. And so, enough's enough. Even Simple looked pissed off, didn't he? After that one, he did a tweet saying, GG, nothing changes. 2-0 out of ESL. Nothing changes. So, he's not happy bunny, and he shouldn't be. He's going to have the worst case of scoliosis when he gets to 30 from carrying these bums on his back. And so, I just simply did a video. It's happened again. I was right in February, right in March. It's happened again. But what you realise is, if you criticise Na'Vi, the Na'Vi Defence Brigade in the CIS region will mobilise. And it's a very real thing. And it's all the people who've got money and all the people that have been done favours in the CIS region down the years. And so they persuaded some kid, but I'm going to treat him like an adult because he's playing he's playing man's games. So you play man's games, man's rules. They've got some kid who, by the way, he masquerades as a journalist. He literally just is a fucking Na'Vi cheerleader to basically rewrite all of my sins and transgressions ever in my career. Like, oh, even look what he did to Loader. It's coming back, guys. It is, I'm afraid. You know what's coming. Be on that shit, right? So, yep, it's never far, is it? Backyard! It's happening again, right? So anyway, let's get to their journalisting. Let me just find, it's this one. I'll show you the article. And then, the best part about this, guys, he's actually lied in it. He says, I made up a story. He got a quote, I think from Senya, it is. It might be Starix, I'm not too sure. It was one of the two. Who says I was lying. And, as the kids say, click, click, they've been caught in 4K lying. Because Richard knows where the video evidence is. Because I keep everything. You fucking maggots. You don't know what you're dealing with. This isn't a game to me. I sacrificed everything to be this. Bad decision in retrospect, but still fucking true. Right? What are we on now? Are we up to 8K? Is it ultra high def 2560K? Whatever the kids are saying. Here's the article, right? Let me get you this piece of shit. Where the fuck is it? Oh yeah, that's why. Now I can't translate it on XSplit. It doesn't let you do Google Translate through XSplit, right? So, I tell you what, before we even look at the text, why don't we look at just look at the pictures, see where he's going with this. Nice one there, me looking like a smug twat. Yep. Yeah, here I am arguing with the taco. Here's the... By the way, hang on. Wait there. Watch this. Right, 1 second. What the fuck? Yeah, it's over here. Shit. Fuck. No, stream isn't over, guys. I'm still here. Right? Still got it. Still got it, guys. Like, you don't understand. Still got it. Still covered in the fucking food stains from the floor where I picked it up. Still got it. Still got it. Look at it every day. Look at it every day. This is the belt from Hell in a Cell, you fucking morons. Still got it. Put that in your article. How I obsessively have kept it and kept it in my office. You prats. Anyway. So, Friends with Thorin. Here's an interview. Here's some words. Why does he hate Na'Vi? He even insulted the Boomich and said Zeus was just using him to steal paychecks. He said Blade is bad. And he called Villat bad. And what's funny is, by the way, in the comments below, somebody even said Villat did make a mistake and fuck up. And when I've Google translated that comment, I have realised that for some reason, whatever Villat is known as, colloquially, translates in English to the greasy or the greasy one. That's fucking brilliant. You fucking beta male. That's perfect. The greasy. So I have to thank you for writing this article, because without that, I wouldn't have that little fucking gem in my brain. So let me read you, okay, what it actually says in English. I'll get to the point where he tells the lie, and then we'll do the caught in 4K, shall we? Because why not? Is this the lie? Here we go. Lewis expressed not only dubious statements, but also an exaggerated perception of situations. For example, once Zeus, in a fit of emotion, kicked Roban's computer from SK Gaming. The player's keyboard then turned off as a result. According to Senya, the round was replayed and the teams perceived it as just a fun situation and nothing more. At the time, SK Gaming had no complaints. Listen to all of this. These are the lies. SK Gaming had no complaints about Na'Vi players, so there could be no talk of a conflict. Lewis presented the situation as a real crime against fairness in esports. The teams sat opposite each other, and during the clutch, someone from Na'Vi kicked the opponent's PC so hard his keyboard turned off. If anything, it's cheating. This is what I'm saying. Since you can kick your opponent's computer and it helps you win a round, then you are a cheater, right? And so, remember, Senya has said that I've exaggerated that and lied about it, and it didn't happen, and the SK Gaming players laughed it off. Now, I deal in these things called facts as a journalist. One of the things you will learn, Squirrel, or whatever your fucking gamer name is, you wretched, servile, you're already on the wrong path, my homie. You've already lied to get a free t-shirt. You're a bitch, and you always will be now. You can never be a journalist. You lied for a t-shirt, mate. You know what I mean? You lied so Senpai would notice you. Whatever the inducement, it's over. So, let's just look quickly, shall we? Because this incident was actually reported on HLTV. Nothing to do with me, right? I don't control HLTV. In fact, at this point in history, HLTV actively hated Cadred. So here it is. Video. Displeased Getright. Christopher Getright Allison is evidently not pleased at losing valuable time in the overtime against Na'Vi. Captured by Arctic Nova, the video shows a heated discussion between Na'Vi and SK Gaming during their quarterfinal clash in the MSI Beat It 2011 tournament at DreamHack Winter. Apparently, Roban's keyboard was disconnected from his computer during one of the overtimes after seemingly being kicked by one of the Na'Vi players. After learning that Dahlstrom's keyboard had been disconnected, the game was paused, and a short but heated discussion. Wait, I thought everyone was having a good time, led by SK Gaming ace Christopher Getright Allison, took place. Now, there's no video. God damn it, if only there was a video. If only there was a video and I'd really caught you in 8K, right? If only. Because, you see, if you know anything about Counterstrike, right? You know Getright is one of the most timid, nice guys one of the most fair competitors you'll ever play against, a guy who I've literally seen in high-pressure situations, like basically when admins have been too pussy to make a decision, giving the team, giving the team the choice, like, okay, we'll restart the round. Yeah? Never seen him get angry. So I guess it's just a mystery. I guess we'll never know, because we'll just have to take Senya at his word. We'll just have to take Senya at his word that it was a bit of fun and no one was really angry, because there's no finding this video on the internet. No finding the video, so we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe Senya will confess one day to lying, who knows?
Hey, what are you doing, man?
That's Get Right. That's Get Right's music. Hey, what the fuck are you doing, man? Right, so, well, I mean, that doesn't show you anything. Let's have a look at this fun situation, shall we?
Guys, what's up? What did he do?
The guy in the middle is pushing us out. His keyboard was broken when he played in the beginning of the round. So we lost 25 seconds of the round because of that. And he's been doing it the whole game. That's the thing.
Doing it the whole game, has he?
No, he just
Então cai em clavo. Clavo que então cai.
Just a little fun situation that occurred, guys. Like, just a little fun situation that occurred in the middle of a must-win match at DreamHack. Just a little bit of fun. All still mates, right? Now, you can see there, no one was enjoying that. No one was having fun. In fact, people were very fucking agitated and angry. And also, just as an extra delicious sprinkle of lies on Na'Vi only know how to lie, the cake. That doesn't really work. Whatever. Is Get Right a liar, is he? Is Get Right lying about you doing it all game? Why has he said it then? Why has he said it? Not even knowing he's going to be filmed. Not even knowing that Richard Lewis is going to use it to win an argument 10 years later. Like, you are so trash. You can't even lie properly. Also, do just want to say there was another lie in it. You're not caught in 4K here, but we'll just, on the reflection of the evidence, right? Why don't we talk about this? One of the other things they got upset about was the time when they got kicked out of they quit Copenhagen Games in what year was it actually? Just to get it right. That one. Na'Vi pull out of Copenhagen Games. So this was 2013. It was 2013, and Na'Vi had a bunch of disputes, a bunch of arguments with the admins. They kept turning up. They'd be like disrespecting the tournament, turning up late to games. The admins were saying, "Look, we're gonna take a map. We're taking a map off you. We've got a schedule." Now, if you knew anything about Copenhagen Games as well, by the way, that was the old school LAN days, even for 1.6, where you just played all day. So any delays were catastrophic. A single best of 3 series being delayed could add hours onto a fucking tournament. Like, even by a little amount, because you're still playing, they're still waiting, they can't play, they want to break, they're angry, they're trying to get it fucking moved. You finally finish your game, which coincidentally went to quadruple fucking overtime. Now you guys have to sit down and play. Now we have to change all the hardware. Now we have to move all the PCs. Now, there's a tech problem. All right, okay. Now you don't know how to use TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or whatever the fuck we were using back then, right? Now these drivers don't work. Now the admins are involved. So a catastrophic cascade can go through a tournament of one person not turning up on time. That was just how it was back then. And you had, fucking, it was unbelievable. I don't know how people did it. No wonder everyone was on fucking Adderall and cocaine and speed back in those days, because you had to be. And I'll tell you this, I said it many times, that event, 2013, there was beak everywhere. Beak everywhere. You had to have it. You had to have it, mate. If they'd have done drugs tests in those days, fuck, I was a journalist. My urine would have melted a fucking flask. So, because, I have to write about the tournaments. I've got to be there in the morning. I've got to be there all day. I've got to be there at the end. Watch, they'll use this now and go, oh, he even admits to being a drug addict or whatever, so I don't believe what he says. I've just caught you in 4K. Oh, an unsharp mind wouldn't remember that. So, anyway, all of those guys back then, I'm not even kidding as well, by the way. Like, here's another memory. This is, again, one for the book. Literally at a Copenhagen Games event, right, where the competition had run late. It wasn't 2013. It was another. It might have been 2012. This one, and the competition had run late, and we still had like 2 or 3 best of 3s left, and it was past midnight, right? And so I remember, right, there was a player who will remain nameless, and one of the admins was there. And he took his car keys and a bag of cocaine and just went like at his desk in front of an admin, and the admin went, I think I might need some of that later as well. I was like, yeah, this is esports, baby. Like that was how we were rolling back in old school esports. Like anyone tells you different, they weren't there, right? That was how it was. Because you had to be. How do you wake up at 9, play your first game at 10, and you're still playing at midnight? What do you think's going on there? What, Red Bulls? Fuck off. In 2013, Na'Vi participated in Copenhagen Games, was late for the game against BX3 and destroyed their entire schedule of matches, and then complained to the admins that the team had received a technical defeat. I saw with my own eyes how Na'Vi players gathered round a female admin and threatened her. This story has never been confirmed, except for Lewis and Thorin, including the alleged female admin. Also, many do not understand why Lewis did not talk about it right away. It turns out the journalist is not afraid to disclose match fixing and conduct, rather dangerous journalistic investigations against gambling sites, but is afraid to talk about the lawlessness on the part of Na'Vi. Let's do a little bit of an assessment here. It was 2013. You backwards bastard. Who am I telling? Go look at my Twitter. How many people did I have following me on my Twitter in 2013? Probably talking 8,000, maybe, around about then. It was before fucking skins gambling, before I broke all the big League of Legends stories. So who was there to tell? I might even have told it. I haven't even looked. Let me have a look now. Here you go. Here you go. Fuck. Please tell me someone archived this. Right? Now listen, if this isn't archived, I will be able to find the original somewhere, like for fucking sure. But yeah, I did write about it. So I actually did. So you've been busted again, right? Because when I go and get this article, which I'll have to do from my own personal archive, turns out, look at this. Here's my take on Na'Vi's decision to walk out with Copenhagen Games. Probably different to everyone else's. And you can see, I think I mentioned that they were super aggressive, bullied all the admins, so fuck them. And then, here you go. Good read. It does depict Na'Vi as a team of overgrown man-children. See, man-children was being said back in the day. Well done. I hope Copenhagen Games bans them from all future events for their actions. Khan, I like it. That's legendary Khan from Fnatic. So I did write about it. I did say about it, and I bet when I go get that article, I called you out for what you did, because you did do it. And also, let me just read the next bit, which underlines an unbelievable lie, right? This is again from Senya, I think. The dude just came up with these things. To make it sound more believable, he took some truthful moments that were in our history, right? And in the end, he mixed everything up. Typical Solovyevshina, whatever the fuck one of them is. Now, they also say, right? That they never threatened anyone and didn't do anything negative, because Na'Vi would never do that, because they're just such cool people. And I just want to remind you that this picture here by HLTV, let me tell you what's going on in this picture, because I'm literally out of shot. Like, I'm over here where Zeus is being a cunt. Like, they're doing the fucking aardvark pose, right? This is all of Na'Vi, right? This is all of Na'Vi having an argument, having a row, with zero gravity there, and this is the admin desk. This little corner, this little square, this is where the admins were. So, what do you think they were doing over at that desk at that time? Do you think they were like saying, oh yeah, we peacefully and respectfully withdraw from your tournament after you forfeited a match? Do you think that happened? So, the madness is, I know that somewhere there is a micro drive with all of my footage from all of the events I went to when I worked as a Cadred guy. I backed it all up. Didn't even think to include any of that on the dead man's drive, because it doesn't even seem relevant. So I'm hoping, by the way, people can see immediately these are just outrageous lies, like outrageous lies and smears that are just provable lies. Again, like, Senya, how many L's you gonna fucking take because you were wrong in publicly saying Blade was good and Na'Vi are gonna win and they got no problems, and yet when you're on an analysis desk, you won't even predict them to win, because you know I'm right. There was some other highlights. Here, I can read you that comment about the Greasy, I think. Can we get that? Here it is. About the claims to Villat, everything is much more complicated here and not as superficial as you described in your article. Greasy wrote a tweet in Russian. Greasy. Greasy wrote a tweet in Russian with slander about the fact Lewis and Thorin were fired from everywhere, thought he would give it a ride, that Na'Vi fans would gobble it up, and that's it. He's a hero again. But either someone suggested it to the British, or they themselves used Google Translate and noticed it. So Lewis wanted to attract Greasy to libel, and as a result, Greasy, as is usually the case when he is asked for words, gave back and began to make excuses. What do you think of that, Greasy? What a stupid fucking business this is. Like, again, you've tanked your own credibility in your own career. Both of you, by the way, Senya, you're also lying. He's a journalist publishing your lies uncritically, unquestioningly. Couldn't even do a fucking Google search. Literally, you type in "get right DreamHack kick PC" and you get to that video. I'm not a journalist extraordinaire all of the time. Capable of using Google, which puts me above 90% of the esports journalists, though, doesn't it? Especially fucking Squirrel, who every other tweet is about fucking Na'Vi and how great they are. The other funny part was when if you translate the tweet. Let me show you this. This is hilarious as well. Where the fuck is that at? I can actually just search for it in my Discord. I did post it to my crew. The crew on the Discord. Here it is. Right. So if you translate this, right, this tweet. Fuck me. Look at this. Also do wish people would stop using the E-League days. I have lost weight since then, right? My head is perfectly round there. That's, you know, you don't have to keep... I know why you do it. Like, but we don't have to use the round head days, do we? We do. Right. So here's what this tweet says. Thumbs up next to all of these. Revealed the main scandal with agreements. Right. So that obviously means did do some good work once. Maybe match fixing or whatever. I'm assuming agreements is match fixing. then thumbs down. Fought with Lauder, thumbs down. Abuse Taco, Villat, Kelly Ong, and many others. I'll abuse who the fuck I want. I'll abuse people who deserve no fucking respect from me, which is all of the above. What, you want me to take a fucking man who's bald, right? And because he's bald, he wants tournament rules to allow him to wear a hat. Like, you want me to respect him? He's also played in one of the most outrageous teams that have broken every... I have to respect it. I don't respect him. Sorry, mate. Don't respect him. Don't respect it when they all freaked out and were threatening to fucking, make Simple bite the bullet or skeng him up or whatever it was. No, don't respect it, actually. No, don't respect him. Saying it on record now. Don't respect him. Never respect him. Like, he has to earn my respect back. That's how it works. Villat, a man who slandered me to get engagement on Twitter, then was so much of a pussy-o because he is the greasy, right? Like, actually fucking wouldn't admit, right, that what he said was wrong, then did as soon as I said, look, my lawyers will fuck with your Russian money. Like, don't worry about that. Then said, yes, I admit it. He's never been fired. He's just a cunt. All right, I'll take that to the bank, mate, if people like you were saying it. And then Kelly Ong, like, yeah, I think we've talked enough about it, haven't we? Why the fuck is Hell in the Cell always coming up? Why, like, why? Why can you not move on, like? You know what I mean? Imagine it. So then, the next one, right? Is made up a story about Na'Vi in 2010. You haven't even got the year correct, you fucking dickhead. And it's there in front of you. You even wrote, so in the tweet, 2010 wasn't. It was 2011. Or 2013, if you're talking about the Copenhagen. I'm not even clear what story you're claiming I made up. Both of them provably fucking true, and true at the time as well. Like, all the evidence points to it. But yeah, Senya says no. Right? Right? Got banned on Reddit. Yeah, he brought that up. So again, imagine a world where a journalist is saying, oh, this journalist got banned by Reddit. He even wrote in the article, he was banned by Reddit moderators after writing an article about Reddit moderators colluding with Riot Games. I'm the bad guy, am I? Oh, it's me, is it? Then, and this is the worst crime, hated on the new Na'Vi. Now, one thing I will say is I do like the introduction. Right? I do like the introduction. You'll enjoy this. Because what I love about it is, right, even my biggest detractors, even when they are writing hit pieces and lying about me, they always have to acknowledge he was once a fantastic journalist. I mean, still am, right, obviously, but they can't even, like, rewrite, oh, he's a worthless, nah, still done more than you. And, like, even when you hate me, it just, the bile, oh, God, it hurts. It hurts so much. So, right, here it is. Where is it, right? There's a line here. Richard was once. Here it is. No, it's the headline. It's the actual headline. Richard Lewis is the main hater of Na'Vi. He was a legendary journalist, but now he sends hate to Boomich, Villat, and Blade. By the way, the way legendary status works is it never gets taken away. Never gets taken away. Never does. Never does. You can never take away my legend. I am a legend. That's that. I can fall off a cliff. I can never write again. Right? I can turn up homeless in 20 years. Still be a legend. Still be a legend. Hall of Famer. Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. Like, you can't do nothing about that. That's the past. That's immutable. You can't change that. But it's what I mean. It's the Na'Vi Defense Force. It's a very real phenomenon. This is the third time it's happened to me now. You guys know I'm not lying about that. I've showed you every time. You just simply aren't allowed to criticize Na'Vi because there's too much money in Na'Vi representing CIS. Let me tell you, Gambit, this is what's beautiful about this. Gambit are going to be the #1 team in the world very soon. Oh, yeah. What's that? Your CIS rivals that were slowly building and developing talent, got themselves a solid IGL, got themselves a solid coach, stuck with Hobbit despite the bad times, and he actually had a comeback, unlike Flamey, who for 2 years has been promising he's going to rise from the ashes, right? Reigning bot major champions, which we predicted, because the bot major turns out, thanks to SEO and Sam, was the sickest algorithmic interpretation of Counterstrike that's ever been created by humans. I don't even know how the fuck we did it. Everything was right. Spirit, the rise of Spirit, the rise of fucking, you know, mental, rise of Gambit, all the CIS players, like, it's berserk, actually. But anyway, you guys, you know, you're not even going to be the number one team in your region anymore. And that's going to be delicious. Be screenshotting that and tweeting that out, right? Because Counter-Strike's fucked. So, the sad part is, they've got good at the wrong time. They're good at the end. But they're still better than Na'Vi. They're still better than Na'Vi. Not a goddamn thing you can do to change that. They'll beat you 9 times out of 10 every time you play them. They actually give a fuck. It's just you got more friends in the community. That's all it is. You're the stupid yellow and black Na'Vi bias, where you got little dick sucker journalists at every dog shit website who just publish. Like, Zeus is a habitual liar. Senya is an habitual liar. I also saw, by the way, Edward's back. Fucking, who's he? The fucking crypt keeper. Y'all just can't stay fucked off because you had your one little moment of glory in 2010. In fact, you shouldn't ever fucking talk to me about, being a former legend that's washed up. That is what Na'Vi is. That's what all of those old boys are. Absolute fucking bums. Involved in everything as well. Like, involved in everything fucking dirty. Like, oh, I'm running my own gambling website. Oopsie, my name's Zeus. Would Valve really have a problem with that? Ooh, I don't know. Oopsie, closed it down before anyone could investigate. Oopsie doopsie. You guys are punks. You guys are punks. You're gonna fucking talk to me. He once was a legend. Literally once was... Na'Vi are probably the only case study, actually, for whether or not legendary status can drop off by how shit you are. After the point of legendary status. Literally one of the greatest teams to ever play any version of Counter-Strike of all time. Their 2010-2011 run was fucking insane. Insane. And yet, here you all are. Only Markelov had the fucking good grace, didn't he? Only he stuck around too long, but he never made a big deal about it. And he was the best player. Ridiculous. So yeah, fuck those guys. Type another little article about this. Oh, I bet you were digging so deep. I bet you thought you really had something. And the only thing you've published now is you've made yourself look like a cunt. Oh, and Senya looks like a cunt. He won't be sending you a Christmas card now. So enjoy that t-shirt, homie. That relationship's burnt now, mate. Literally a video of him doing it, you fucking plum. Jesus Christ.